Welcome to today's edition of The Liberal Politico with me, Jose Perez. Today's edition is titled, The United States Can't Have Nice Things Because of the Progressives. The progressives have been helping the right wing win elections since 2016. Friends have mentioned that the Green Party helped Bush win in 2000. I want to focus on recent matters, starting with the Mueller report finding that Russian military intelligence targeted Sanders supporters and the far left in 2016. All the links will be down below. Russian military agents began meeting Trump's campaign, Kushner, Manafort, and Dum Dum Jr. in Trump Tower in 2016. Summation, Benedict Donald's campaign collaborated with Russian agents to help Trump defeat Hillary Clinton in 2016. The GRU targets in 2016 were the hateful right, privileged progressives, and the far left. In an NBC News report from April 2024 titled, Russia is trying to exploit America's divisions over the war in Gaza, we find out that the effort includes artificial intelligence, fake social media, and a spike in state-sponsored Russian propaganda. Russia is seeking to exploit America's divisive debate over Israel's offensive in Gaza through overt and covert propaganda. Like the Genocide Joe stuff? You think that was going to help President Biden's campaign? If you do, you're the problem. You're not the solution, you are the problem. So Russia is seeking to exploit America's divisive debate over Israel's offensive in Gaza through overt and covert propaganda with the aim of aggravating political tensions in the U.S. and tarnishing President Biden at the time, Washington's global image, according to two sources familiar with U.S. intelligence on the matter. At an event in April 2024 in Washington, Director of National Intelligence under President Biden, Avril Haines, said Russia works to denigrate America's standing in the world, to undermine democratic institutions and processes, and to exploit social, political, and economic divisions in our culture and in our society. And Russia succeeded in manipulating voters to vote uncommitted. Here's an article detailing a student's analysis of a Palestinian solidarity movement adopting the anti-Biden and anti-Harris attacks. From Yale News. Progressives who spurned Harris reflect on Trump's victory by Ariela Lopez from January 15, 2025. To quote Abdel Ousmane, it would be contrary to the data that we've now seen to suggest that there was one reason Harris lost. Hamden Town Councilor Abdel Ousmane said. Ousmane, a member of Connecticut's Democratic Socialists of America, was active in the Palestine Solidarity Coalition that organized the Vote Uncommitted Connecticut campaign in 2024, ahead of November's general election. 2 weeks before the election, Ousmane told the Yale News that if he were to vote that day, he would not vote for Harris. To quote Ariela Lopez, now with Trump's second term looming, remember this was 5 days before the inauguration, progressive organizers are encouraging recognition of Harris's flaws while firmly denying their protests affected the election's outcome. Except, the new report by Common Dreams cites a YouGov poll which found the number one reason previous Biden voters switched to uncommitted was the conflict in Gaza. Of the 19 million 2020 Biden voters who voted uncommitted or did not vote in 2024, 5,570,000 voters cited the Gaza conflict as the impetus for their uncommitted vote. The racist and despotic Republicans benefit from progressives' parroting of Russian right propaganda. The Genocide Joe stuff? Yeah. That was in liberal media pushing that stuff, huh? Russian military intelligence and other anti-democratic actors are succeeding in manipulating the far left, so Republicans win elections. Russian propaganda is succeeding in brainwashing the far left to the detriment of democracy. Putin is succeeding in manipulating enough Americans in order to plant right-wing puppets. The far left needs to wake up and realize they are helping the Russian right at the cost of equality, democracy, and fair elections. Like, subscribe, and comment. Having technical issues here. Look, folks, we can't defeat the fascist right by parroting Russian right propaganda. Republicans win and implement their racist, authoritarian agenda when progressives and the far left mindlessly perpetuate Russian right attacks on Democratic candidates and the party. We must counter Russian right propaganda, misinformation, and manipulation. We must especially combat the social media brainwash designed to damage our society, economics, and politics. Until next time, keep up the good trouble and fight the right.